Did you know that choosing the wrong type of rice could silently be pushing your blood sugar through the roof, even if everything else in your meal looks healthy? Most people think rice is rice, but when it comes to controlling blood sugar, not all rice is created equal. If you're new here, hi and welcome to my channel. I'm Dr. Richard Jones and I make healthy living easy, practical, and beginner-friendly. Today we're diving into one of the most underestimated food battles out there: brown rice versus white rice. And specifically if you're someone who's diabetic, pre-diabetic, or just trying to avoid those afternoon sugar crashes, this might be one of the most important food swaps you can make. So stick around because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which type of rice helps support better blood sugar control and why it matters more than you think. Let's start with the basics. What's the real difference between white rice and brown rice? Well, both types of rice actually come from the same grain. The key difference lies in how they're processed. White rice is milled and polished. That means the outer bran and germ layers, the parts that contain fiber, essential oils, and a ton of nutrients, are completely removed. What's left is mostly starchy endosperms. In other words, white rice is like the stripped-down version of rice. Brown rice, on the other hand, is a whole grain. It keeps those nutritious outer layers intact, giving it more fiber, more vitamins, more minerals, and a longer digestion time. That last point is crucial. Why? Because digestion speed directly affects how fast glucose enters your bloodstream. Let's break that down with a quick analogy. Imagine your bloodstream is a highway. Now white rice comes in and it's like 100 cars entering all at once. Bam! Traffic jam. Your pancreas has to work overtime to produce insulin and clear all that sugar. Brown rice, though, it's like having a traffic cop at the entrance slowly letting cars through. That traffic cop is fiber. It slows down digestion, which means glucose is released more gradually, and your blood sugar stays more stable. If you've ever felt super sleepy or irritable after eating a big bowl of white rice, that sugar spike and crash is probably the reason. Let's look at the glycemic index, or GI. This is a scale that ranks foods based on how quickly they raise your blood sugar. White rice has a GI that can range anywhere from 70 to 89, depending on the variety. That's considered high. Brown rice, it usually sits around 50 to 55, that's a medium GI food. So what does this mean for someone managing blood sugar? Well, eating high GI foods causes a rapid spike in blood sugar and often a quick drop afterward. These fluctuations can be dangerous for people with insulin resistance or diabetes. Over time, they can also lead to energy crashes, increased hunger, and even weight gain. Now let's make it practical. Picture this. You've just made a delicious chicken stir-fry. You've got the veggies, lean protein, a little olive oil. Now it's time to pick the base: white rice or brown. On paper, they seem interchangeable. But here's what happens in your body. With white rice, the quick glucose release could cause a spike, especially if you're eating it on its own or with very little fiber in the meal. With brown rice, thanks to its fiber content, you're likely to get a slower release of sugar and feel fuller for longer. That means less snacking, more steady energy, and better overall glycemic control. This swap becomes even more powerful when you consider how often rice appears in our diets, especially in cultures where it's eaten every day. Just swapping half of your rice portions to brown rice throughout the week can create a noticeable difference in your blood sugar trends. It's not about perfection, it's about consistency. Now let's bust a common myth. Some people say brown rice is too heavy or it doesn't taste as good. And sure, brown rice has a nuttier texture and takes longer to cook, but it's far from being a burden. In fact, the extra cooking time is a small price to pay for a food that helps regulate your blood sugar, supports your gut health, and keeps you feeling full longer. Another myth? It doesn't matter if I'm on medication. Well, even if you're on diabetes meds or insulin, your food choices still matter a lot. The goal is to keep blood sugar as stable as possible, not just manage spikes when they happen. And brown rice compared to white rice can be one of those quiet helpers that supports your efforts without you needing to drastically change your diet. Now you might be wondering, what if I really love white rice? Do I have to give it up completely? Not at all. As I always say, the key is balance. You can start by mixing white rice and brown rice together in a 50-50 ratio. This gives you the familiar taste and texture of white rice with some of the benefits of brown rice. Or if you're feeling adventurous, try wild rice or black rice. Both offer even more fiber and antioxidants than brown rice. Another tip: pair your rice with other high-fiber foods like beans, leafy greens, or roasted veggies. Add a healthy fat like avocado or olive oil. These additions help further slow the digestion of carbs, lowering the overall glycemic load of your meal. So what's the verdict? If blood sugar control is your goal, whether you're managing diabetes, prediabetes, or just trying to keep energy levels consistent, brown rice is the clear winner in this food battle. It's higher in fiber, richer in nutrients, and has a significantly lower glycemic impact compared to white rice. And here's the best part: it's a small swap. No fancy superfoods, no expensive supplements, just a different type of rice on your plate. So the next time you're at the grocery store or prepping a meal, remember, the rice you choose isn't just a side dish. Let's keep it real, no one's perfect and changing habits takes time. But every small choice adds up, and switching to brown rice a few times a week, that's an easy win. Now I want to hear from you. Which rice do you usually eat? White, brown, a mix, or something else entirely? Drop your answer in the comments below and let's get a conversation going. And if you found this video helpful, hit that like button and share it with someone who might need it. There are so many simple food swaps out there that make a huge difference, and I've got more coming. So don't forget to subscribe for more real food talk and real support on your journey to better health. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next food battle video.